So you're building AI. That's awesome. You're right at the cutting edge. But let's be real. The biggest challenge isn't just getting the tech to work, right? It's making it actually matter to someone. So today, we're going to dive into a framework that helps make sure the amazing AI you're building is actually solving real, meaningful problems. All right, let's just get right to it. You've probably seen this before, right? Some brilliant, technically amazing AI model gets built. It's a true marvel of engineering. And then nothing. It gets a little buzz, but ultimately nobody uses it. It's an incredibly frustrating experience. So what on earth is going on? And yep, there it is. The cold, hard truth. At the end of the day, it's not about how elegant your code is or how complex your model is. Success for any product, AI or not, boils down to one simple thing. Do people actually care enough about the problem you're solving? Okay, so this brings us to a really common trap, especially for us tech-focused folks. It's this idea called solutioneering. And look, it's a totally natural instinct for anyone who loves to build. But honestly, it can be the very thing that sinks a great idea. I mean, we've all been there, or at least seen it happen. A team gets super excited about some new tech, a new LLM, a killer algorithm, and they just jump straight into building. They get stuck in these endless build, measure, learn loops, tweaking the product without ever really stopping to ask, hey, does anyone actually need this? And let's be real, it's a huge temptation. When you've got the skills to make something incredible, that urge to just start building, man, it's strong. But the question we have to force ourselves to ask first isn't can we build this? It's should we build this? Okay, so how do we actually get out of this trap? It's all about shifting our mindset. We need to stop being so product-focused and start being progress-focused. And that, my friends, is where the jobs to be done framework comes into play. This is the core idea, and it's super simple but powerful. Think about it. Nobody buys a drill because they want a drill. They buy a drill because they want a hole in the wall. Simple, right? They are literally hiring that drill to do a job for them. And your AI? It's exactly the same. What job are your users hiring your AI to do for them? And this is a perfect way to see the difference in thinking. The old way, the product-focused way, is all about the tool. It's, let's build a faster, sharper lawnmower. But the jobs to be done way, it focuses on the outcome. The question becomes, how can we help this person maintain a tidy lawn? And suddenly, the answer might be a better lawnmower, but it could also be a lawn care service, or better grass seed, or heck, even artificial turf. Your whole world of possible solutions just blows wide open. Now, it's really important to get this. This isn't some rigid checklist you have to follow. It's a mindset. It's a totally new way of looking at the world, where you stop obsessing over your product's features and start focusing on your customers' actual struggles and what they're trying to achieve. Okay, great. It's a mindset, but how do you actually use it, right? How do you make it practical? Well, let's look at a tool that helps turn this theory into something you can actually do. It's called the Wheel of Progress. So, this is basically a visual map. It helps you chart out the entire journey someone goes through when they're trying to get something done, to make progress. And it's not just about that one moment they use your product. Nope. It's about everything that leads up to it and everything that happens after. So the wheel breaks this whole journey down into 4 key parts. First up is awareness. This is that initial spark, that, there has got to be a better way to do this moment. From there, you move into expectations. What does that better way even look like in their mind? What are they hoping for? Then you've got the trade-offs. This is where you map out all the anxieties they have about switching to something new versus the pain of just sticking with what they've got. And last, you dig into the experience. Did the new solution, maybe your solution, actually get the job done for them? And how well did it do it? Okay, now for the really critical part. How in the world do we connect this, this very human stuff, jobs, progress, struggles, to the nuts and bolts world of algorithms and data that our AI actually operates in? This quote from Natalie Romanov just absolutely nails it. You can have the smartest AI agent ever created, but if it has no clue about the context it's working in, the relationships between things, the meaning behind the data, the why of it all, it's basically driving blind. And this is exactly where knowledge graphs come in. The easiest way to think about a knowledge graph is like a brain for your data. It's not just storing a bunch of separate facts in a table. It actually maps out how everything is connected. all the rich, messy relationships between things. So it understands that a customer is connected to an order, and that order is connected to a product, and that product has inventory levels. It's literally the GPS map for your AI. And boom, this is where it all clicks into place. The jobs to be done framework is what you use to go out and uncover that messy, real-world human problem. And the knowledge graph, that's the tech that lets you build a model of that messy context and feed it directly to your AI. That's what gives it the ability to actually understand what's going on and act intelligently. So when you put these two things together, this deep understanding of the human problem and a powerful way to model the context, the results are, well, they're pretty incredible. Let's talk about what you actually get out of this. First off, your AI's accuracy goes way up because it's not just guessing anymore. It's pulling answers from a structured map of what's true. It also becomes way more explainable. You can actually trace the path it took through the graph to get to an answer. No more black boxes. It starts to be able to reason, to handle complex, multi-step tasks. And best of all, it keeps getting smarter as your data and the world around it changes. And look, this isn't just some academic theory. Big companies like Uber are using this exact approach because it just makes sense, both for the humans working on the problem and for the AI itself. It's like it creates this common language that connects the business problem to the tech solution, and that makes the whole thing more transparent and way more powerful. This is really the big leap we're talking about. You stop building AI that just, sucks in a bunch of data and spits out patterns. Instead, you start building AI that has a genuine understanding of its world, an AI that can reason about it and can actually, truly help a user make that progress they were so desperately looking for. So I want to leave you with this question. Just for a minute, forget about the features, forget about what model you're using, and ask yourself this. What job are people hiring my AI for? What real-world progress is it going to help them make? Because that answer, that's the key to building AI that actually matters.